This Irish girl here has gone back to her homeland this St. Patrick's Day, Long Island. And I'm meeting up with one of the most Irish of them all, Kevin Westley. You can see him here performing at the East Meadow Library.
The Rebel headquarters was located at the General Post Office where James Connolly, overall military commander, and 4 other members of the military council.
The radio show host turned activist has a lot to celebrate this St. Patrick's Day, successfully ridding Walmarts in the area of offensive St. Patrick's Day shirts.
I thanked them, and I told them I was going to mention it on Facebook that they were selling very nice t-shirts this year. And when I handed her my card, her eyes lit up and she said, "I know who you are."
He created quite a name for himself starting in 2014 when he went out and bought all these offensive shirts and returning them the next day, March 18th, for a full refund. This year, he hasn't spotted any offensive shirts, but ignorant ones, well, they're out there.
There were some stupid t-shirts, but 4-leaf clovers, which have absolutely nothing to do with St. Patrick's Day and things like that.
Now, there's definitely one offensive shirt out there this year making the rounds on the internet. It shows Donald Trump.
To be fair, Donald Trump kind of looks like a giant leprechaun. A little.
That's a good point.
But true Irishmen aren't taking it lightly. A petition has actually begun against Amazon, who's selling the shirt, and Mr. Westley believes he has a lot to do with the force behind this petition.
They're asking people to sign a petition that asks Amazon not to sell these shirts anymore. And I'd like to think that came from my efforts last year with Walmart.
I think the guy is a little loopy, if you ask me.
Look, much like St. Patrick driving the snakes out of Ireland, Mr. Westley has done an excellent job of driving the offensive Irish shirts out of the tri-state area, so everyone can have a very calm and unoffensive and not
so
totally
stupid.
wasted St. Patrick's Day.
How are shamrocks ignorant?
Ignorant is when you show a 4-leaf clover and you say Happy St. Patrick's Day. 4-leaf clover has absolutely nothing to do with St. Patrick. He used the shamrock, a 3-leaf clover, to try and explain the Trinity.
Who cares?
What was his performance? Was he playing the bagpipes?
I wish. I was actually a little disappointed because last year I got to dance with him and I had a great time. This year he's giving us more of a performance about the history of Ireland, which I guess I can use some brushing up on.
You know, St. Patrick's Day, it's not the shirts that creates these problems or the fun on St. Patrick's Day. It's a bunch of non-Irish people joining a bunch of Irish people and getting totally wasted.
It's the
and
idiot
that's the best
drunks.
part.
Exactly.
Come on.
Thanks. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.